Does everybody remember until what point we had discussed last week?
No.
No?
No.
Can you try?
My parents thought this people had mental problems.
Sorry?
We're talking about this person who had mental problems. And then the king said, someone cut off the.
Oh, no. Okay, I was confused. So no, we just spoke about Tipu Sultan because I was talking about dreams. But we were actually talking about Bharatha. Bharatha had a bad dream about his... Right. So then what happens, the order of the king, the order from Ayodhya, it's not from the king, but from Ayodhya is for Bharatha and Shatrughna to start immediately and come to Ayodhya, right? So these people, the name of the place is called Rajagraha, and from Rajagraha, all these people have to start coming back. So from there they start. All these people start, and the king, not knowing, like king of Rajagraha, who is father of Kaikeyi. None of them is aware of what is going on in Ayodhya, right? They don't know that Rama was sent on exile. They don't know that King Dasharatha passed away and all that. So they normally when we are going from here to India, we buy some gifts for our friends and relatives. Similarly, they have, because they are kings, they are super rich. They gave him so much of gold, so much of silver, so many horses, cows and cattle and everything in a return gift to Bharatha, and they send him. So Bharatha is traveling back, and his traveling back continues for 7 days. So Rajagraha is very far off place from Ayodhya. He crosses several rivers on the way, and after 7 days he reaches Ayodhya. As he reaches Ayodhya, when he sees the environment of Ayodhya from distance, right? Ayodhya is a very jubilant city. It's very Ayodhya is a very jubilant city, very colorful, bright. Say for example, if you're taking a flight, and if you're reaching Chicago airport, right? From the flight, how does it look? How does Chicago look? It will be very bright, very attractive and all that. So Bharata was expecting that kind of Ayodhya, because Ayodhya is like that, and the population of Ayodhya, they're very happy and cheerful people. And when you approach Ayodhya from a very distant land, you can hear the noises made by people. You could hear all these musical instruments being played. Some concerts are happening. Some people are gathering somewhere for some puja, ritual, something. So it's a very happening city. Likewise, when you go to a city vibe right now, you will see pubs and other things, right? Likewise, Ayodhya used to be very happening town in that area. But Bharata doesn't see any of those. Now at this point, Bharata is worried. Like, why is Ayodhya so empty, so calm, quiet, and the priests are not performing pujas, there is no concert going on, and all the public places and parks are just empty. The land is just empty. He's wondering, he doesn't understand, and he already had this bad omen of the dream that he had, and he's correlating everything and looking at it, and he's also not understanding. He also was confused when he got that news from Ayodhya that he needs to start immediately. So he was also worried about that. Okay, what is everything leading up to? What is the news that I'm going to hear now? So he's just he cannot contain his anxiety. He asks the charioteer to go faster and faster. So they go. Let's take one step back and start from the beginning of whatever we have been discussing today. So Bharata is now coming back from his maternal uncle's place, and he's traveling back to Ayodhya. And it takes about seven-ish days for him to get from that place to Ayodhya. And on the way, he is still worried. He cannot contain his anxiety and curiosity as to what is going on in Ayodhya. Why this sudden change in plans, and why am I asked to start immediately? And as he approaches Ayodhya, and he crosses a lot of rivers in between. There is a detailed description of every river. There is a place where Saraswati river meets with Ganga river, and what happens there, so on and so forth. So it is to indicate that Saraswati is not a mythical river. If you have really seen some of the news these days, there is a lot of discussion going on around existence of Saraswati river itself. But there was really a river called Saraswati. It is much longer in width. Much bigger in width than Ganga, today's Ganga. And eventually it dried up because of.
Now she's coming back.
I heard that, but I don't know the facts of that particular news. I'm not really. All that I've seen is in Insta reels. I don't which we shouldn't really be trusting. Authentic news source has not reported the emerging of Saraswati River. So it is somewhere in Rajasthan area, Jaisalmer, that kind of area where there is a desert now. In that areas it flows. So he crosses all those areas and he is coming towards Ayodhya. So the place where Kaikeyi's kingdom is there is in the left, is in the west, which is beyond Punjab, beyond Pakistan and all those areas, and he is traveling eastward. So as he is approaching Ayodhya, he is wondering why Ayodhya is looking so desolate. Like why is it that there is no celebration in Ayodhya going on, which is usually the case. It's a prosperous town, and people will indulge in all sorts of activities like entertainment activities like dramas or plays or playing music. Some kind of activity will always be going on in Ayodhya, and he doesn't find any of those happening from a distance. He's looking at Ayodhya from a distance and he's thinking to himself, what is going on? And then as he approaches, he sees more and more sorrowness in the town. People are not even smiling, and there are no people who are involving in their regular activities like businesses and stuff like that. And everything is covered with mud and dust. Nobody has even cared to clean their houses or keep it clean. Nobody has done that. So now he's very much worried. He doesn't know what is going on, and he rushes into the palace of Ayodhya. He's going into the palace, basically into the Ayodhya, city of Ayodhya, and people are wishing him, greeting him, but nothing is really getting into his head. He's just customarily doing things, but he's not in a mood to even respond back to people. And then he goes and he sees he wants to meet with his dad. He goes there and he doesn't find his dad. His surprise is shocked rather not to see his dad. Somebody who has asked him, right now he's not even thinking about, the message is not from the king but Vasishtha. He's not thinking of all that. He doesn't find his dad and he goes running to his mother. His mother is Kaikeyi, right? He goes to her palace and he hopes to find Dasharatha there, because most of the time Dasharatha, if he's not in his court, mostly he's with Kaikeyi. And he doesn't find the king there. The couch is empty. King's couch is empty. So he and Kaikeyi sees him and she receives him, and she asks him about the whereabouts about his father, his uncle, and everybody. But she doesn't really give the bad news to him yet. And then Bharatha says, "Oh, everybody is fine, but tell me this: where is the king? What is going on in the city? Why do I find things which are very, very unusual for a city like Ayodhya? What is going on?" Then she goes on to say, "Your father, who is a very righteous and noble person, has taken the path that every person who is born has to take." That is what she says. It means he has passed away. Kids, okay, you guys are listening, but kind of not very happy. Yeah. Okay, fine. So now the king is dead. Learning that, Bharatha is very, very sad. Of course, is very. It's a painful news. He takes a lot of time to digest, and then he goes on to lament, saying that then he is assuming that all the last rites of his father were already done by Rama, right? That's the natural thing, right? Rama is there. Rama is the son, is the eldest son, and king has passed away. The other sons are not here in the town, so obviously Rama would have performed the last rites. Oh, Rama and Lakshmana are so lucky that they got to perform dad's last rites, and I'm so unfortunate that I did not even get a chance to take a last look at my dad. His lamenting. At that point of and then even at that point of time, Kaikeyi doesn't give the news, doesn't divulge. So then he goes on to ask details like, what were the last things that were said by my dad? What did he say? Then she says,
everything went on in usual way.
He is only thinking that the bad news is Dasharatha passing away. Everything else in the town, in the city is fine. And then he also goes on to say, okay, the next right thing that is supposed to be happening is Rama taking over the crown. Hopefully he has already done that. And to me now, right now, since my dad is not there anymore, Rama is my father. Rama is like my father, and I'm going to be his servant. So that is going to be my life, and he has accepted Rama to be the king. And in fact, he's also saying that he's going to be my father. He's like my father. And in the absence of, or when the father passes away, the eldest sibling or eldest son will eventually take the role of the father to the family. So he's assuming all these things have happened already. And then he goes on to ask her mother what were the last words that his father uttered before he passed away. Then she goes on to say he said, "Oh Rama, Lakshmana, oh Sita." These are the three words he exclaimed before he passed away. And he also said that lucky will be those people who will be able to get a glance of all these three people when they come back. And he knew by then that he wouldn't be taking it. He wouldn't get a chance to meet with these three people, right? So those are the words he said. Then Bharata is like, "Oh wait, what did you just say? You just said that he said somebody who's going to take a look at Rama, Sita and Lakshmana are going to be the luckiest people on the earth. Then what happened to them? Is Rama sent on exile, or is Rama thrown out of the city? Did Rama commit a sin? Did Rama commit sins like the horrible sins like killing a cow?" He gives some examples of the horrible sins of that time. He goes on to ask those questions. Then Kaikeyi is thinking that after he gets to know whatever I have done, he will be obviously happy. Bharata will definitely be happy. There is no reason why Bharata will be resentful towards me. So she goes on to say in a very celebratory manner, "Oh, you know what I have done? I have your father was ready to get Rama coronated, and I intervened, and I got this kingdom for you. I intervened, I asked," and she narrates everything, whatever has happened, and she says, "Because of me, you are going to get the kingdom today." And then Bharata, first of all, it's a shock after shock for him. Bharata cannot wrap his head around any of these things that are happening. He cannot understand that his mother was capable of doing things like this towards Rama. Then he says, "What kind of wickedness has crept into you? You are also from a very sane family, and you know what is right, what is wrong. And first and foremost, Rama has never done anything wrong to you." This is the dialogue we have heard so many times from so many people, right? And how could you, being the queen, and you coming from that kind of a family, could ask for this kind of favor? And do you know what kind of bad name or bad thing that you have brought upon to the kingdom of Ayodhya and to yourself, to the family of Ikshvaku? You are supposed to be the one who is taking this Ikshvaku dynasty further. That's what it means, right? Like when you have sons and daughters, and you're taking that dynasty further. But in turn, what you have done is the exact opposite of it. You are actually putting a hard stop to Ikshvaku dynasty. Without Rama, there is nothing that can flourish in this kingdom. And now, with my dad gone, and with Rama also not being there in my proximity, all that I can do is I can put a pyre of fire in front of me, and I will enter the fire. This is better than that is less tormenting and painful than just going through all these things and understand and getting to know that Rama is not around, Rama is sent on exile, and all this is because of me. All this is to benefit me. That torments me more than anything else in the world. Killing myself is much better than this way, going through this way. So look at the brother. He is getting the entire kingdom, which is very prosperous. He could be very rich. His kids and grandkids, everybody will now get a chance to be the kings of Ayodhya. But look at him, how he is acting. Look at his integrity, right? What is integrity? Yeah, tell me. What is integrity?
How much?
Louder.
How much? Care and
Yeah, you can say.
Are you saying integrity?
Yes.
Oh, then how much honesty and like how much trust you have in someone like that.
Yeah, when nobody is watching you, whether you are doing the right thing or not, right?
Yeah.
That is
Simply
simply
consciousness for
consciousness, and when nobody is watching you, he has an opportunity. Bharata could as well say that, "Oh, there is no caretaker for the kingdom, I graciously accept this position. I will take it up until Rama is back." Nobody could have said anything about it, right? Because, yeah, that's the plan. But look at him. He's saying that no, I'm not the righteous person for this. I might have got this. My mother might have asked for this, but no, I don't belong here, or I'm not the right one to take this or to take the ownership of this kingdom. It is my brother. So that is Bharatha. That is the character of Bharatha. And he talks to his mother in a very resentful manner. He says that this is whatever you have done, right? It's better you kill yourself and die than do such a thing and still be alive. Why are you even here? Why am I even having this
Conversation.
no, not conversation. Why am I even in this kind of a state where I have to learn that my mother is so evil? Yeah, is so evil. And why has my life not gone again already, having known all these facts? So these are the kind of things he's saying to his mother. And his mother is silent all the while. Now she's very silent. She's not defending herself. She's not saying anything. At the end, she will have tears in his eyes. Before he leaves, she'll have tears in his eyes. And then now the reality is slowly settling in Bharatha's head. Now he's thinking that, oh my God, now everybody in the kingdom will probably be thinking that so everybody in this kingdom probably is thinking that me and my mother have done it. We both are on the same page and we did it together. And everybody must be thinking that Bharatha has conspired this. It's a plan. It's always this has been the plan. And as part of this plan, Bharatha removed himself and he went to maternal uncle's place so that Kaikeyi can execute this plan. If Bharatha is there, then Bharatha will he'll have this moral thing to stop his mother, right? Obviously, he will be expected to stop his mother from doing this. So that is the reason Bharatha was sent away so that Kaikeyi could execute this plan. So probably people of Ayodhya and everybody is thinking like this about me. And if that is the case, if everybody is thinking like this about me, how can anybody accept me as a king, first of all? He's not even worried about his kingship, but he's worried about the stability of the kingdom. Because now he is the one who's supposed to be taking it, whether he likes it or not, he has to take care of it until at least Rama comes back. And if people are not trusting him, people are not liking him as a king, how can he even execute his duties? So he's worried about the entire status of Ayodhya at this moment. And then all these things are going on in his head, and he immediately goes into the calls for people like Vasishta, his mothers, and everybody meet. And then Kausalya says, oh, Bharata is here. Bharata, you got the kingdom that you have been longing for so long. And your mother got it for you. Go enjoy it now. And those kind of words torment Bharata. And Bharata goes on to explain to Kausalya that than being in this kind of a state, I would rather enjoy losing my life, or I would rather give up my life. And then he goes on to say, the person who has instigated my mother into, or the person who got my mother into doing these things will go to hell, will face the consequences of it, will really get so much of ఏమంటారు పాపం మూట పట్టుకుంటారంట కదా, ఎంత పాపం వస్తుందంటే they will get those consequences of killing a cow, consequences of killing a baby, things like that. He goes on to lament like that, and at the end Kausalya understands that, oh, okay, this is just Kaikeyi who's with evil intentions and not Bharata. Then they all sit together and they all feel sorry and cry for the loss of the king and for Rama being gone on exile and all that. The environment is very, very gloomy, and then Vasishta intervenes and says that I know you guys are going through a lot, we are all going through a lot, but first you need to really take care of your father's last rites. And then Bharata is made to perform all the last rites. And after that, it goes on for at least 3 to 4 chapters where Bharata is doing all these rites and all that.
The other, Ram, Lakshmana, or the other one, they were not even present at the time.
Shatrughna is there. Along with Bharata, Shatrughna is there. Because Bharata and Shatrughna went to that place together, right? So they both are here. Lakshmana and Rama are not there. They are in exile and they're not called back.
Okay, they are not even called out.
No, they don't even know. By now, at this point of time, Rama and Lakshmana don't even know that Dasharatha passed away.
But why didn't they do that first? Because
They were sent on exile, right?
emergency.
No, nothing like that works. No amount of
Exile is
emergency.
leaving the kingdom no matter what.
Yeah,
They cannot come back.
no, they cannot come back. When they are on exile on Vanavas, that is it. ఇక్కడ ఏం జరిగినా సంబంధం లేదు, ప్రళయం వచ్చినా కూడా they cannot come back. So then last rites are done and next 10 days pass away. So king has passed away and it's his 10th day, and on the 10th day they have some rituals of collecting the ashes and everything, right? So that they can put it in Ganga. We have that tradition till today. So the same tradition is there also. And looking at the ashes of their dad, these two Bharatha and Shatrugna, they break down. They are like the kings who are ferocious looking, who are strong, who are well built and all that. They are just crying like babies. So that is the status. And Vasishta and all those people, they come back and they console them. They tell them that this is not the right thing, because you're not just sons of Dasharatha, you're rather kings, and you're supposed to be taking care of Ayodhya and people of Ayodhya. And if you are broken, then who will take care of citizens? So, and then people come and ask Bharata to take the role of the king. And Bharata blatantly rejects. Bharata says, I am not the right one, I cannot do it. While Rama is going to be the king and this belongs to Rama. There is no way that I will be taking his role or taking his place or becoming the king of Ayodhya. That has never been my intention and I will never do this. He's very stubborn, he's very strong on that. And then this also happens. So on the final 13th day of their dad passing away, right? The news of Manthara is spread across the town now. Now everybody is getting to know where Kaikeyi got the idea from. Because Manthara gave this idea, Kaikeyi gave her so many ornaments, so many riches and everything, right? All of a sudden Manthara has become super rich. People are wondering why is Manthara, everybody is sorrow, everybody is sad for all these things that are happening. Manthara is the only one decked up in jewelry and roaming around the city. So people catch her and they get her to Shatrugna. And Shatrugna almost goes on to kill her. And then somebody comes up and says, Rama will not appreciate this. If you did this, Rama will not appreciate. And that's when they stop, and Manthara also goes and falls at the feet of Kaikeyi. She asks Kaikeyi to protect her. So Kaikeyi protects Manthara. So Manthara is at least not killed. But she was dragged, she was pulled, she was abused and all that. Abused in the sense verbally abused. And all that happens. And the next thing that happens is Bharata, everybody is asking Bharata to become the king. Bharata is denying. And Bharata now wants to go to forest and bring Rama back. He says that nobody said this to me. Nobody told me that I want you to become the king. My mother never discussed all these things with me. And it is her wishes. But I am the one who is getting impacted by these things. So it is very unfair towards me. She asks something and my life turns upside down. That is not acceptable. Now I am somehow going to go to the forest and bring back Sri Rama. He is very strong in his resolution. Now he starts going. Sumantra is there, right? Who tells people like where Rama is? So Sumantra is there. They talk to Sumantra and Sumantra says that, okay, I have dropped them up until the point of where? Ganga, right? Towards Ganga. No, until Sarayu. They cross the river Sarayu. So Sumantra tells him the path where he has taken him. And then look at Bharata. What Bharata does next is very interesting. Bharata starts to he brings people together, people of Ayodhya together, tells them that, okay, now we are going to go and bring Rama back. If Rama is coming back, we don't want Rama to be taking the path of this hardship in the rocks, mountains and everything. Let us construct a road, go to Rama and then bring him back on the same road. Why does he have to construct a road at this point? When so many things are going on, so many things have turned upside down, why would Bharata? Yes?
Because if Rama chooses to come back, he doesn't want it to be like all gray and like...
Yeah, he can decorate Ayodhya for that. If Rama is coming back, obviously that will happen. Any other thoughts?
Probably the quickest way.
No. The reason why he is doing that is for the last couple of weeks or more than that, maybe 3 weeks. And that thing has happened for 3 weeks, for example. For the entire time, people did not do anything. People were not interested in doing anything. People, they are sad. They are lost. They have lost interest in life. He is creating a purpose. He is creating a goal, hope, and everything, so that people can indulge themselves in some constructive activity. They will forget this a little bit and they will come back to their normal state. Yes.
They weren't interested in anything for these 3 weeks, so he wanted them to do something.
He wanted them to do something so that they are coming out of that pain. Say for example, if you are very, very sad, if you are aiming for something, if you are studying for something, you have put a lot of effort, but then you did not get through it, you failed. What will you do? You will feel sorry about it for 30 minutes, 1 hour, and then you will try to go out and do something else so that you can forget, you can come back with a lot of energy and give a second attempt. So you separate yourself from that pain for some time at least. You will separate, you will do something else, you will refresh your mind and you will come back. The same kind of refreshment Bharatha is trying to give it to his citizens, so that they are not just, if you are in sorrow, they'll drop into depression. They'll not be fruitful at all. They'll be crying forever. So he doesn't want citizens to be getting into that rabbit hole. So he wants to bring them out of that feeling. So that is why he has given them a task of constructing the road, so people can get involved. And also the end goal is bringing Rama back. So it's very happy for them. So Rama will use this road, so we have to do it properly. So they start constructing the road, and up until Ganga they construct the road. So that is about what